up.
Where's my paper from?
I put it away because it literally just had your name on it and we were moving on.
Yeah, everything through yesterday.
I know. All right, so which one of these dimensions is more than 3 inches? Is it the up and down or is it the side to side? Up and down. So they're calling this one the width and this one the length. And what we know is that the actual length of the house, so the green piece, is 600 inches. So this guy is in real life 600 inches. So what we're trying to do, first things first, is figure out 1 inch on the picture stands for how many inches in real life. That's what we're looking for when it comes to scale. So when we have something like scale, what this means is 1 inch in the picture is how much in real life. We're going to try and figure out how many in real life inches are for each drawing inch. Is that, yes. So how could we do that? My screen says it's not counting. So what we know is I know that that sideways piece, that's 600 inches in real life, is also 2.875 inches on the drawing, right? So if I want to find out how much in real life per drawing inch, set it up as a ratio. I know that we're 600 inches in real life. That's what the IRL is. And it's per 2.875 inches of drawing, right? See that relationship? What we can do is we can actually simplify this. If we do that in the calculator and do 600 divided by our 2.875, that's going to put it over 1. That's going to give us our 1 inch of drawing. So we're going to type this in the calculator, and it's going to tell us a number. What is 600 divided by our 2.875?
208.695.
208.695. So every 1 inch of drawing stands for 208.695 inches. So the way we write that as a scale, because when we draw it with scale where it has the 2 little colon, or where it has the little colon, it's just without words. So it's our 1 inch of drawing goes to 208.695. That's how we write the scale. This is officially scale thing. That's our official scale. Which we'd probably actually round that off in real life to be like 0.7 because that's a little ridiculous. But we're going to do it because we're petty. So this scale thing is one of those important things that we're going to see again. And all this is our 1 inch of drawing stands for 208 inches in real life. It's the picture versus in real life measurements. So if we know that 1 inch on the drawing stands for 208.695 inches in real life, what is the actual width of the house? We know that the green measurement is 600 inches in real life. What's the purple measurement in real life inches? That's what I want you to find out next. We want the purple measurement, so our 3.3125 in real life inches. I know that the green one is 600 inches in real life. I want to know what this one is in real life. So we're, yeah. So I know my drawing inches. I want to know my in real life inches. So try and find me the actual measurement of that side of the house. That's an excellent question. So if I want to know my, wrong measurement, the 3.3125 inches of drawing, how can I figure out how much that is in real life? Yeah, we can use our scale. I have my in real life measurement over my drawing. That's what we want. I want the drawing to cancel out. So you can do this as a unit conversion, or you can do this just multiplying by the scale. Either way, we're going to have our 208.695 inches in real life to our 1 inch on the drawing. That gets the drawing to cancel out, and we're going to be left with our 1 inch, with our in real life measurement of what? What is our in real life width of this house? 691.302?
Yeah.
Cool. Inches. So it's using that unit conversion, again, just in a slightly different way with our scale. I just gave myself very little space. Okay. Questions on that bit? Yeah, that's our width. So we take the drawing times the scale and we get our width. Because it's taking our units of the drawing and converting it to in real life measurements. So our next question is going to take those two values to find an area. So our next question is to find the actual area of the house in square inches. So our width we had was the 691.302. And our length was our 600 inches. How do I find the actual area of the house?
So we're not going by the drawing?
Not off the drawing, by the real world measurements. I want the real world area of the house. Yeah, these are both in inches. So to find our area, we do length times width. So our area, we're going to take our 691.302 inches, and we're going to multiply it by our 600 inches. So what is the area of our house? 781.2. What's our unit on that?
Square inches.
Yeah, inches times inches. So I have inches squared, which is super great. Not super helpful. Square inches is really only useful if you are ordering teeny tiny baby tiles that are 1 inch square. Because if I wanted to cover my whole house with teeny tiny 1 inch square tiles, I would need 414,000 of them. That would be a lot of teeny tiny 1 inch tiles.
Just for the floor.
Just, well, we're looking at area. So yes, that would be just for the floor. So, it's helpful and all, but not super helpful. What if I wanted like regular tiles, like the ones on the floor here? Like regular tiles.
Or, when you think, consider the walls.
Only if I was tiling the walls, and now you go in extra.
Well, no, because like the walls take up a space, so you would have to minus those out about how much you have.
You always order extras because in case you have to cut them. So you order enough to fill the space. Walls or no. Ugh. That's my response to that one. All right, so square inches is all well and good, but nobody lists a house for sale in square inches. How could I switch this to be feet? Mm-hmm. So we know we've got 414,781.2 inches squared. How do we switch it to be feet?
How many inches in feet?
How many inches in a foot?
12.
12 inches in a foot. So if I want to set this up, which thing needs to go on the bottom?
Inches in 1 foot.
Inches needs to go on the bottom. So I know that there's 12 inches in 1 foot. Is that enough to get my stuff to cancel out?
No, because the inches doesn't have square.
Because it's not squared. So what do I need to do? You can absolutely do it that way. You could either do it as another one. 1 foot, 12 inches. That would give me inches times inches, which would be my inches squared, which would cancel it out. Totally valid, 100% actual way to do that. Or you could take our 1 fraction and do it as squared. 1 squared, 12 squared. Both work just fine. Either way, my inches are going to cancel out, and we're going to be left with feet times feet, which is square feet. So when we do this and we multiply across, we're going to wind up with our 414,781.2 over our 12 times 12, which is 144. And our only unit left is feet times feet, which is feet squared. And while this is technically correct, it's not super helpful, so let's type it in the calculator. What is 414,781.2 divided by 144? Mm-hmm. 2,880.425 feet squared, which is a really good house. Like, that's a big house. Not mansion levels of big, but pretty big. Okay? This kind of stuff is going to come up again. Specifically, we don't have that much left to do, so if it doesn't come up tomorrow, it's probably gonna come up in our, say project. Uh-huh. So tomorrow we are gonna finish out the book. We will do the last 2 pages tomorrow in the workbook, which is looking at these 2 pieces. So we're, what's up? So Friday, if we have anything left to do on those 2 pages, we'll finish it up, and I'm gonna intro you the project. Okay, and it will use some of this stuff. So those of us sitting on our phones, might be struggling a little bit with that.
Is this a bigger project than we used to do?
Bigger than the Hop Like a Frog, but like same size as the one we did for stats. Okay, what's up?
What are we doing for next semester?
There's a new book. Yeah.
What is it going to? What message?
Well, it's very similar, but it'll be like quadratics and exponential functions and that kind of stuff. So, but it's the same kind of vibe. We'll have a couple of tests, a couple of projects. We'll have a lot of hands-on activities. So, like that. But this is now pretty much all the things we need for the project. And tomorrow we're going to do one last thing using a little bit of geometry to look at area and stuff. Just a little. And to check things on sales, because we like sales. And then we're going to talk about the project on Friday. You guys should have all of the homeworks done for this class for the semester. All of them have been assigned. So there's not like more homeworks after the semester or after the break. We will only have reviews for finals after that. Because the final is not a project, the final is an actual test, because that I don't get to write. Okay, so today was a pretty short one. Since we got through it, y'all can talk to each other. See what happens when we get through what we need to get through, and I don't have to fight with y'all the whole dang time. We get through so much if we just let it cook.
There's my child.